I can't say enough good things about David Madore. His businesses in Southwest Washington have made millions. They've created jobs. They've paid lots of taxes. A lot of people in his spot would call it good. Enjoy the fruits of your hard labor. Instead, Madore ran for Clark County Commissioner, burning lots of his own time and energy in a job with few rewards and lots of grief. Madore helped stop the loony light rail, bridge tolls, and the Columbia River crossing boondoggle that has now cost taxpayers $200 million. Now he has a plan to build a sensible bridge across the Columbia River, 20% of the proposed cost of the CRC. It has room for cars and trucks and buses. It has covered areas for bicyclists and pedestrians. And if the legislatures of Oregon and Washington can just manage to say yes, it can be built with no tolls and no light rail and finished in 5 years, half of the time that the two states have spent just talking about the CRC. And no surprise, the rocket scientists on the Vancouver City Council oppose it. And they don't even want a public vote because they refuse to believe that a bridge can be built in 5 years. You know, just a few years ago, Minnesota built a brand new bridge in just 11 months that was bigger than the bridge that Madore is proposing, but then they believed it could be done. I'll tell you what, let's fire the unbelievers and build the damn bridge. John Lee joins me now, who's on the phone. John, good to have you on the program again. Thanks for taking the time today.
Lars, you're doing a great job, and you teed up so many wonderful subjects today. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Hey, I was in the audience last Friday night when David Madore and the county commissioners had Linda Figg make the presentation with regards to the new proposed Columbia River crossing. It was an absolute home run. First and foremost, Linda Figg is truly a world-class CEO, runs a top-notch company, and the proposal she made cost the taxpayers zero money. And when you compare that to the $200 million we wasted on the CRC, that alone speaks volumes. Number two, it's the same height as the I-205 bridge.
Yep.
Obviously not restricting river traffic. Number three, as you noted, this would be done in 5 years, half the time we've wasted on the CRC. What a delight. And bottom line, the price tag on this is less than what Oregon and Washington would have spent with their total $900 million just for the down payment on the CRC. And, of course, if you get an entire bridge for less than what we would have spent, you don't have to toll the citizens. You don't have to bring light rail in. It's an absolute win for the citizens. The other point I'd like to pass along to the listeners is that Kevin Peterson, who's a transportation expert from up north in Washington State, said that this design brings more bang for the buck in terms of reducing traffic congestion and improving freight mobility than anyone else can deliver.
I couldn't agree with you more. John, we're going to run out of time here in a second. Tell me in 60 seconds why the Vancouver City Council hates this idea. Do they have any good reason for being against this idea?
It's only because it's a good idea and it's not their idea.
And here they are saying that they don't believe that a bridge can be built in 5 years, even though there are examples of big freeway bridges being built in far less than 5 years. Why do these people not have any belief that things can happen without 10 years of, environmental impact studies and public hearings?
And the home run on this is that it doesn't involve the federal government, and that's one of the big reasons this can be done in 5 years or less.
Well, John, you keep pushing for it. If David Madore is behind it, that man is he's soft-spoken, but he's powerful. The guy, I have no end to admiration for that man, for what he's accomplished in the private sector, for deciding not to leave the private sector behind, because he hasn't done that. He's still running his company, but to go out and serve the public and deliver up solutions like this, and then have the ungrateful folks at the Vancouver City Council turn it down.